Hello everyone, welcome back to my review channel. Today I got another movie review to do. A newer movie called The ABCs of Death. Very good stuff. And it's 26 directors, 26 ways to die, as you can see it says it right up top. The people that made this film, they gave directors from around the world the letter of the alphabet, and to that letter they chose a word, whatever word, and they made like a short film of that word, just based around that one word, one letter. Pretty much, they're all like 5 to 8 minutes long, not too long, so it's pretty good. It's still like, this movie is unrated, and it's like 130 minutes, just came out in 2013. International Movie Database gave this a 4.9. And Rotten Tomatoes gave this like a 38% with 27% audience liking it. No one has love for any like good original gore horror film. And this movie is packed with originality. It's so great to actually see something like this sometimes. I'm going to go down the list from A to Z to tell you what they stand for, maybe something little about it, and the director who did it. So let's try to keep this in frame. And A, let's start with A, of course. A is for Apocalypse, directed by Vigalondo. Vigalondo. I'm probably going to butcher a bunch of these names. Again, these are directors from around the world, so I'm going to probably butcher a bunch of them. But that's pretty. It started off really well. It's not really about the apocalypse, but it was just like a couple. What could be going on as the apocalypse could be going on right now. But it started off very well. This woman just comes in here and tries to, for no reason, you don't really know why, but she comes in and tries to like stabbing her like husband or boyfriend. He's in bed like sickly. He's just like, he tries to defend himself, and she like cuts him like right down there. You get to see his like hair flopping, and stabs him like right in the neck, like this big, just like cut right through him. Very good start to this. And supposedly the apocalypse is happening like right outside the window. And she's like wants to save him from this. You don't really know. Before I go any further, I should mention that when you watch a few of these segments, some might not make sense. They didn't make sense to me. And when you get to the end of it, it's like, this letter is for this word. And I'm like, that didn't make any sense to what I just saw. It's like that sometimes. It's just, when the director gets the word, it's in his head. It probably looks really good in his head, but when it comes to the finished product, it was just like a complete flop, and the viewer wouldn't understand it. And I will say too that some of these segments didn't even have any killing going on. There was like no murder, no blood even. It was just like about like an artistic venue. I was just like, dude, if the movie's called ABCs of Death, you might want to at least have somebody die in it. But some of these directors wanted to go for the artistic effect. It's like, dude, come on. Anyways, let's keep it going. B. B is for Bigfoot. This was a funny little story about just like a kid, his parents trying to get this kid to go to sleep, so they made up a story about Bigfoot to get her to go to sleep. But it was really good. C is for Cycle. Basically, a guy gets stuck in a cycle, and it's kind of twisted story too, because he ends up killing himself, but then he comes back alive and does it again. It's a cycle. D is for Dogfight. This was pretty good because it was just a good story. Really, this guy's like in this cage fighting arena. He's having to win, and he's like a boxer. He's taped up his hands and stuff, but it's an underground like fight. So he beats up one dude, and the next opponent is a dog. And he's like, oh my god, now I have to fight this dog. It's like pretty much a rabid dog. It's a nice little end because actually this is the dude's owner. Like this is his dog that was lost, like who knows how long ago. And during the fight, he calls out his dog's name, and his dog's like just sits and he stays. And then he looks at it. Then the dog looks around everybody else and starts fighting them. It's really good. I thought it was really fun. E is for Exterminate. This is a directorial from Angela Bettis. I hope I'm saying Angela Bettis. She's done a lot of stuff in movies. She's mostly known as an actress, though. That's the thing. She's mostly just known for being an actress. Movies such as, let me see, Toolbox Murders, Carrie remake in like 2002 or something. She's been on TV like Dexter and CSIs, but her main role is what I remember her being. Her first role I remember her seeing is a movie called May, and that was a really fun movie to watch. That was like one of her first movies, I think, if not her first. F, oh, shoot, I wish I should have started mentioning this, but like A and B, A for Apocalypse was a director from Spain. Also B for Bigfoot was a director from Spain. C for Cycle was a director from Chile. That's kind of funny. D for Dogfight, this guy has not really done much. It was like maybe straight to video, even if it made it to the U.S. It was like Dead Girl and like Heavy Petting, and Heavy Petting looked like a sad comedy. E for Exterminate-Angela, like I just said. F is for Fart. This got twisted. This was from a Japanese director. I love this guy. This guy done stuff like Machine Girl, Robo Geisha, Dead Sushi. All of them I want to watch. I haven't watched any of them yet, but I've been wanting to watch like Dead Sushi for a while and Machine Girl. This is gonna be top notch, but it was weird. It was so weird. Japanese directors have so much going on in their head, and it's just crazy to see what comes out of it. And this is weird. It's about getting killed by, not just getting killed by a fart, but this is just like a sick, twisted love story too. It's almost, you could almost say it's like a very, 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 very dumbed down version of like Two Girls, One Cup. You know how twisted that is. And if this was the first time you ever heard of Two Girls, One Cup coming out of my mouth, don't look it up. Next one. G is for Gravity. This is probably the first of the segments that I was just like, what is this director doing? There was no, I mean, you could say someone died, but then again, you could say no one died. It was just an artsy type of thing that made no sense. H, though, you should, if you guys want to figure out something that's been on this movie, go to YouTube, you all right now, and look up this segment. It's H for Hydroelectric Diffusion. First of all, if I was one of the directors and I heard this guy got like 2 words, hydroelectric is technically 1 word, but hydroelectric diffusion, this is the only guy that uses like more than 1 word. And if I was any of the directors, I would be like, you just let him have 2 words? I can put 2 words together. I could have started with E or J or M and had 2 words or something. I didn't think that was fair. Honestly, I'm just saying, I don't think that's fair for like one director to be able to use 1 word. It's for H. It's for H. You can do anything with H. But nonetheless, this was a really good one. This is probably so funny and twisted and weird. It was so awesome. It's so awesome. I keep forgetting to tell you where these guys are from. G, Gravity, was from like Australia, so that made sense. Sorry, Australia, but rarely anything comes good from movies come good from you. Sorry. I mean, don't take offense. It's just the way I see it. H, Hydroelectric, is thinking it's Norway. I try to figure out some of these directors, and there's like nothing on them, but I think this guy's from Norway. Next one, I, is for Ingrown. This one, again, made no sense. The word did not match what the director was trying to get, and I don't understand what the director was trying to get to. And it was from Mexico. It was some director from Mexico. It was like, it was about a guy like killing his wife, and it was like had no like injecting her with like oil from a canister. It made no sense about how like this word matches what you're seeing on screen. So there you go. J is a Japanese word for samurai movie. If I say this word, I'm just going to butcher it. I'd rather not say it. But it was from Japan. This guy did like Meatball Machine, another movie I want to watch. It's really fun. Next one, K, is for Klutz. K is for Klutz. This is a cartoon. Okay, I understand that they're all these directors got like a very minimal budget, probably like $5,000. And some of these guys probably actually put more of their own money into some of these films, which is all right. But it's just, when you don't have money, you get things like this. You get cartoons, and you're going to get a claymation when I get a little further, but you get stuff like this. And like, okay, let's save money by making a cartoon of it. And again, no, it's not like, yeah, one person died. It was like a cartoon death. But this was from Denmark. This was from, I do believe, a director from Denmark. Okay, it's for Klutz. It was about like a piece of poop, too. This girl tries to take a poop in a toilet. Again, it's a cartoon. And the poop doesn't go down the toilet, and it ends up like going back up her butt and killing her and coming out of her mouth. Again, it's just a cartoon. It's just weird. But it was like 5 minutes of that. It was like she's trying to get rid of this poop and nothing happens. L is for Libido. This is one of the twistedest ones on here. This guy, this was from Japan, obviously. Libido, no, I'm sorry. This was from Indonesia. This director's done stuff like in segments of VHS2, VHS, the second movie, and another movie called like Macabre, I've never heard of. But this was from a director from Indonesia. This is twisted. This guy has to masturbate next to somebody else. These two guys have to masturbate to what they see, and they're surrounded by people watching them, like upstairs and stuff. And if they don't do it, they die in a really messed up fashion. I don't want to tell you, you should see it. And this guy has to keep doing it one time. And every time he has to jerk off to something, it gets more and more twisted to what he has to jerk off to. It goes from like a regular woman you would see just like at a strip club, just like dancing right there, to really twisted stuff. And if you're not the first one to get off, you die. And you die in a messed up way. Very good stuff. That was twisted. I have to give my thumbs up for that. M is from Miscarriage. I think we all know where this is going. Where's this guy from? Oh, I guess I didn't have anything for that one. I guess I couldn't find anything for who did that director, where they came from. Okay. N is for Nuptials. This was from Thailand, a director from Thailand. This was good, because it's just like, well, I'll just go on. There's better things to talk about. O is for Orgasm. This is another one that made no sense, and no one died. It's just like an artsy-fartsy segment, and it's just like, it brought it down. It was just like, thank you for putting the art pedestal on here, director, but we don't need that. It's the ABCs of death here. Where am I at? Yeah, P is for Pressure. P is for Pressure. Basically, it's kind of a sad story, really. But there was only one twisted part in it. And if I tell you the twisted part, it'd just ruin it. But that was like the only cool thing about the movie. But it's a woman that is under pressure. She doesn't have much money, and her like boyfriend/husband, I don't know, is like a drug addict or something, just steals her money that she was trying to save to get her daughter a bike that she liked. So now she has to do something. She's under pressure to do something to get money. Q is for, wait. P for Pressure was done by a director in England and the UK. Q is for Quack, just quack, not a quack, but like a quack as in a duck quack. And I think this guy is just in the US somewhere, but this is just one of those silly things. It was kind of a sillier movie, sillier part. I kind of liked it. It's just silly. They didn't know what to use. They start off, they're like, dude, what are we going to have to do? How are we going to, we have Q. What word can we have for Q? And it's like, dude, let's kill a duck. And so they don't know what to do, so they just like get a couple of guns and like tell you have to shoot a duck in a cage. It goes from there. I don't want to ruin it, but it goes from there. It's actually pretty funny. They don't actually shoot the duck. It was a live duck. They don't actually shoot it, but it gets good. R, next one is for Removed. And this one is good gore blood. This was twisted. Did not understand what they were going for, mind you. It's a story I was just like, what are you doing? But it was awesome gore. These people are standing around this cage, and they're ripping this guy's skin off like a little bit at a time, but somehow they're making video film out of his skin. I don't understand this. But then again, you're just like, lots of blood, lots of just like, let's just tear this guy's skin off. Very good stuff. Wait. Removed? Yeah, Yugoslavia, Suburbia Yugoslavia. That was for R removed. The director came from like Yugoslavia. Okay, next one. S is for Speed. This was a UK director. Speed, like the drug. This was a good story. I like this one. It was just like when you're so high on that like speed drug, you're in your own world in your head, and he's like showing you that world where like death is chasing this chick. You assume, you don't know it's death, but by the end of it you believe, okay, I understand, that's death chasing her, and like she's having someone hostage, death is chasing her. And you don't know anything until the end of it, where she comes out of this dream and she's like, her and her friend are just like, she's dead, pretty much ODing on speed right now in this junked out apartment with her next to her buddy, next to her friend. And that's what's going on. I understood it after that. It's really good, very goodly. It was good, very well done. T is for toilet. This is a claymation effect. These guys, they've done like claymation footage on like internet anyway, and that's where these guys come from. So good for them. You got a claymator. It was kind of funny, weird, but I think these guys are from Australia. I just think so. I couldn't really find anything about these guys, but I think they're Australia, just from like the accents of like the voices for the claymation. It's about a kid who didn't want to use the toilet. He was scared of the toilet because he had a dream like the toilet became a monster and stuff. Again, it was just claymation, but it was good gore. It was a bunch of, I say good gore, but it's claymation that had blood and guts. U is for unearthed, not the band, which is good, but U is for unearthed. U is from the UK. It's from the UK, unearthed. It was kind of weird. You don't know what you're getting, what they're watching, what you're watching, and then when it comes out, U is for unearthed. I'm like, did you unearth something? Is that the point of this? Because you don't really show you unearthing anything really. V is for Vagitus, which means Vagitus is, well, Vagitus. It means cry of a newborn baby. It's a word that means cry of a newborn baby. This was awesome. If you want to take any of these, if you had to take any of these segments and make a movie out of it, this is the one I'd want. This was awesome. This was like a good combination of like Judge Dredd and RoboCop. But Hollywood, please don't make a combination of Judge Dredd and RoboCop. Just do something else. That'd be stupid. But if I had to pick a segment, it'd be this segment. This was awesome. And it just so happens to be somebody that I already respected. It's like Carrie Andrews or Carrie Andrews. It's like, this guy has done so much in comic books I've already known of him. And he's done like a couple of films, but they've just been like straight to DVD or like on TV or something. But I already like that. It was really awesome. W is for what the F? What the F? Exclamation point. WTF. And this was a WTF moment. This guy, he's done mostly Adult Swim cartoons like Metalocalypse and Venture Brothers. So if you like Metalocalypse, you're going to love this segment. It was just a twisted little brain tard. And you just don't know. Again, it was really good. It went with the word WTF. But it was fun to watch. X is for extra, extra large. But for this, I mean XXL. X is for XXL. And it was sad gore film because what happened was just like a fat chick that just kept being poked and prodded, being made fun of. And then what she does? She goes home and cuts off all of her skin, all of her fat, like cuts off the bellies and the arms and the cheeks, and she comes out to be like this skinny, like, blood woman that's, like, half of her is gone. I was just like, that's twisted. That's cool. That was cool, man. You gotta give it up. That was cool. This guy was from France. He's actually done movies like Frontiers. I think that might have been a sequel. And I can't remember. But he also did Hitman, which Hitman was awesome. I liked Hitman movie. Y. Next one. Y is for Young Buck. This one was twisted as well. Nah, it was gore. It wasn't like too gory. It wasn't all about that, but it had blood, gore. But it was more about like a pedophile in a middle school. Twisted stuff. Oh, I don't even want to ruin it by giving it the whole plot of what happens, but it was good. Dude, this guy got what coming to him, dude. He was basically trying to... You don't know to the end that he's a pedophile, but in the beginning, he's just teaching a kid how to shoot a bow and arrow and hit a deer, basically. And by the end of the segment, it switches from, like, then to now. It's like kid in the woods with him to now, like, him, the kid, and the janitor in the working, like, or whatever, in the gym at the middle school. And it keeps going from... back and forth, but then you start to realize, oh, this guy's a pedo. Oh my god, that was twisted good stuff right here. So crazy. Last one of the best. It was phenomenal. Oh my god, it was crazy. I can't believe all the stuff that happened in this. This was, again, one of my favorite directors from Japanese films, man. He's done Suicide Club, which was like one of my first Japanese films I watched and got into. Tokyo Gore Police, I love that movie. Hell Driver, Frankenstein Girl vs. Vampire Girl, I love all of these films he does. Nishimura, I just say the last name. But the Z is called, it's a Japanese word for extinction. This is a Japanese word for extinction. This was awesome. I mean, this had everything. Full frontal nudity for for guys and girls, dude. I'm talking about full frontal nudity. You get to see wee-wees and boobies and vajayjay. And it was just like, oh my god, it got bloody, it got gory. This one chick just whips out a huge penis, like strap on, like huge. And just starts like, with a sword comes out the penis, tip of the, like, urethra, and she's like biting this chick with that. It was weird, awesome, weird stuff. But again, it was like more like his other stuff, which is like post-apocalyptic kind of worldly things. I love that. I love this part. But that was it. That was like A to Z, all of them. Awesome movie. Go buy it. Don't rent this. Spend money to get this. If you like gore, blood, little comedy, just like all throughout the spectrum, like good horror movies, this is a buy. This is a must. Again, the ABCs of death. I wish I could have found the one that had like here's like death, but there was one where it's a poster you see like a baby. He's like reading to the baby or something. But whatever. Oh, dude, and something really good about this, you get director's commentary. You get director's commentary with this. So with every segment, you get the director talking about it. I haven't watched that yet, but I know it's going to be amazing. It would explain a lot of what you see if you don't understand it, like a few segments I didn't understand. Awesome, awesome film, awesome movie. That's about it. I hope you guys had a good time. I had fun watching this movie. This was great. Leave any comments you would like to know, and yeah, see you again soon. Thank you for your time. Thank you for watching. Everybody out there, have a great day. Bye.